The park was alive with the sounds of children playing, but not all laughter is innocent. In the shadow of the swings, two twin girls, Harper and Mia, huddled together, their small hands clasped tightly as a bigger boy towered over them. His face twisted in a cruel grin, he shoved them closer to the sandy pit below. "Hand it over, or I'll make you eat dirt," he snarled, his friends snickering from the sidelines. The girl's eyes widened in fear, Mia clutching a torn sketchbook behind her back, its pages fluttering like wounded birds. Just as the boy reared back for another push, a figure stepped in, a man in a faded navy tee, his broad shoulders cutting through the tension like a knife. "That's enough," he said, his voice calm but laced with unbreakable steel. His eyes locked onto the bully's, unblinking, daring him to try. The air thickened, the playground chatter fading into a hush. Welcome to Midnight Tales, where we spin stories that grip your heart and won't let go. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join the Midnight Crew for more edge-of-your-seat narratives. Drop a comment below, tell me where you're tuning in from, and let's dive into this tale of courage, shadows, and unexpected alliances. The boy froze, his chin jutting out in defiance. "They started it. Move, old man." But Ethan, that's his name, Ethan Cole, didn't budge. "Try telling the truth for once," he replied, his tone even, but his stance screamed warning. The twins stayed glued to each other, their cheeks flushed and blotchy from holding back tears. Harper, the bolder one, whispered something to Mia, who nodded, still hiding her precious drawings. Ethan crouched down to their level, his grease-stained hands gentle as he assessed them. "You two all right? Anything hurt?" Harper shook her head, her voice tiny. "He ripped my sister's drawings. Said they were stupid." Ethan's gaze softened as Mia hesitantly handed over the mangled sketchbook, treating it like fragile glass. He brushed off the sand, smoothing a creased page where a vibrant orange fox leapt across the paper. "These aren't stupid," he said sincerely. "They're amazing. No one gets to trash your art like that." The bully snorted, crossing his arms. "My dad owns half this town. You can't touch me." Ethan's jaw tightened as he stood, handing the book back to Mia. "Then he can buy you some manners. Apologize. Now." Silence hung heavy, parents peeking over from benches, the boy's friends edging away. Finally, the kid mumbled a sullen sorry and stomped off to the basketball court, his ego bruised. "Thank you," Harper whispered, her eyes shining. Ethan ruffled her hair lightly. "Anytime, kiddo. I've got a daughter too, Lily, she's about your age. If someone messed with her, I'd hope someone stepped up." The girls managed small smiles, the fear easing from their faces. Then, a woman in a sharp-tailored blazer and low heels hurried across the grass, her polished demeanor cracking with worry. "Harper, Mia." The twins ran into her arms, burying their faces in her coat. She straightened, eyeing Ethan with a mix of gratitude and caution, piecing together the scene, the ripped pages, the retreating bully, Ethan's protective stance. "I'm Olivia," she said, her voice guarded. "And you just made an enemy you don't want." Ethan shrugged, unfazed. "Just did what was right." Olivia glanced toward the courts, where the boy was still fuming. "That kid's father is Derek Cole. He doesn't forget slights, retaliates in public, in private. Watch your back." She softened for a moment, hugging her girls tighter. "But thank you for helping them." Mia tugged at Ethan's sleeve, shy but insistent. "Will you come to our school art day? Please?" Ethan chuckled. "If it's open to folks like me, sure. I'd love to see more of those foxes." Olivia's phone buzzed, her expression hardening before she thawed for the twins. "We're heading out. Say thank you." The girls chimed, "Thank you, Mr. Ethan." As they climbed into a sleek black SUV, Mia hugging her sketchbook close. Ethan watched them drive off, catching his reflection in a nearby car window, tired eyes, calloused hands from years at the auto shop, a faint scar along his jaw from an old life he rarely spoke of. He told himself it was just a good deed, nothing more. But as he turned, a matte black sedan crept to the curb, idling too long, windows tinted darker than night. It rolled away slowly, leaving a chill in the air. His phone vibrated, an unknown number. Mr. Cole. Detective Reynolds here. Got a minute to chat about an incident at Maple Ridge Park? Involving Derek Cole. Ethan's shoulders squared. Yeah, I've got time. Later, behind the bay doors of his auto shop, Ethan paced, phone pressed to his ear. What's this about, detective? Reynolds' voice was clipped, professional. That park scuffle yesterday. Derek Cole's son was the bully. When someone crosses his family, he hits back hard. Jobs, homes, even custody battles. You've got a daughter, right? Lily, 7 years old. Ethan's grip tightened. How do you know that? Public records. Point is, if you spot strange cars, nosy customers, or a sudden CPS visit, call me. Don't go lone wolf. He hung up, flipping off the shop lights and scanning the street. Sure enough, that matte sedan idled at the corner, then slinked away. By morning, 2 appointments cancelled, no reasons given. A third guy showed up, asking too many questions. You work late. Who else has keys? Ethan stared him down, wiping his hands on a rag until the man backed off. That afternoon, Olivia's SUV pulled up. She stepped out, carrying a bag smelling of fresh coffee and warm sourdough. For yesterday, she said, setting it on the counter. And sorry if I was abrupt. I get. Protective. Ethan nodded. You're a mom. I get it. She hesitated, then opened up. I run Hayes Industries. Derek's been gunning for my company, buying off people, pressuring banks, spreading lies. The park gave him ammo, embarrass his son, get close to my girls. Now he's coming for us both. So he scares you to isolate me, Ethan surmised. Olivia's eyes met his, steady. That's his game. A knock from the SUV, the twins pressed their faces to the window. Olivia waved them out. Harper handed Ethan a new spiral sketchbook. For your daughter. So she can draw with us at the art show. Mia beamed. And so you have to come. Ethan smiled, despite the growing knot in his gut. We'll be there. As they left, his phone buzzed again, unknown. Mr. Cole, heard you're open late. Mind a visit after dark? Ethan glanced out, the sedan was back. Shop closes at 6, he growled, hanging up and bolting the door. Across town, Olivia gazed out her office window, city lights flickering like distant stars. She texted Ethan, if anything feels off, call me first. His reply, I won't let this touch the kids. The school gym buzzed with excitement, glue sticks, sugary cookies, tables overflowing with crayon masterpieces. Ethan entered, Lily's hand in his, her eyes wide at the chaos. Daddy, look at all the colors. Harper and Mia spotted them instantly. You came. Harper squealed, grabbing his free hand, Mia taking Lily's. Come see our foxes. Olivia appeared in a deep green blazer, her CEO armor on, but she knelt to Lily's level, softening. Thanks for joining us, sweetie. For a heartbeat, the powerhouse melted into pure mom. Then, a voice sliced through the joy, well, if it isn't the park hero. Derek Cole strode in, tall in his tailored suit, flanked by 2 burly bodyguards. His eyes skipped Ethan, landing on Olivia with a predatory smile. Always collecting strays, live. Leave, Derek, she snapped, ice cold. This is for kids. But Derek closed in on Ethan. You think humiliating my boy makes you tough? You humiliated me, and I don't forget. Ethan held his ground. If your kid learns not to bully girls, it's a win. Parents whispered, tension rippling. Olivia stepped between them. Walk away, or the press hears how you harassed a dad and little girls at school. Derek's smirk wavered. He leaned close to Ethan, whispering, pawns get crushed quietly. Then he stormed out, guards in tow. Ethan exhaled, but Olivia gripped his arm. You're in deep now. Derek plays dirty. It escalated fast. Next morning, more cancellations. By noon, Ethan's big contract vanished, poof, no explanation. That evening, Lily's school called about attendance issues, laced with fabricated concerns. Ethan knew the source. Day 3, a different black SUV parked across the street, 2 shadowed figures watching. Ethan marched over, rag in hand, staring until they peeled away. That night, Olivia called, voice strained. He's ramping up. My investors are bailing, false stories about us hitting the press. Burning us both, Ethan said. But I have a plan to end it. Her scheme was bold, gather dirt on Derek's crimes, embezzlement, laundering, bribes, and leak it anonymously to the media. Risky, but it could topple him. Ethan pictured Lily's laugh, the twins' trusting hugs. Count me in. For a week, they operated in secrecy. Olivia dug through corporate files, Ethan tapped old army contacts, a retired cop, securing tapes and statements. One shadowy meeting with a whistleblower ended with Derek's goon emerging from an alley. Stick to cars, Cole. Leave the big leaks. Ethan stepped close. Tell your boss, touch those girls, and civility ends. The goon retreated. Olivia watched, a spark of admiration in her eyes. The leak exploded at dawn. By 9 a.m., Derek's face plastered screens, embezzlement, bribery, fraud. Reporters swarmed his office, stocks tanked. Detective Reynolds called, he's in custody. You're clear. Relief washed over Ethan. He headed to the shop, no lurking sedans. That evening, Olivia's SUV arrived, twins carrying dishes. Dinner delivery, she said, lighter now. Harper gave Lily a new sketchbook. Draw with us. Mia unrolled a drawing, Ethan shielding the girls, our hero scrawled boldly. Ethan's throat tightened. This means everything. Olivia smiled softly. You didn't have to step in, but you did, and stayed. That's rare. He grinned. They're worth it. The girls set up on her car hood, giggling over spills, swapping tales. Tension dissolved, replaced by warmth, trust blooming into something like family. Derek's empire crumbled, but the bond from that park day endured, unbreakable. As the sun dipped, Ethan reflected on how one act tripled into this. Olivia caught his eye, a silent promise of more chapters ahead. In the quiet shop, laughter echoed, pure, sweet, the kind that heals. But life rarely ties up neatly. Weeks later, whispers of Derek's lingering influence surfaced, but Ethan and Olivia stood ready. The twins' art flourished, Lily joining their circle. Midnight Tales viewers, if this hooked you, like and share, more heroes await in the shadows.